a problem because you ended up with bales all over the street. You'd be driving down the road and all of a sudden come around a corner and there's 10 bales that you didn't realise had rolled out of your field. But I'm fairly certain that he fixed that on one of the Coldborough Park Farm updates. And from then onwards, every single map that Oxygen David does not allow bales to drive through hedges. Now your tractor and your equipment can drive through hedges, and the funny thing is if you're hauling a bale trailer, not one of the auto stackers, but a standard flatbed trailer, you can get the tractor through, you can get the trailer hitched through, and then as soon as the first bale hits the hedge, you come to an almighty stop. It's entirely possible then that he may have done that for pallets, which is why the Land Rover wouldn't drive through the hedge with the trailer loaded up. And I'm kind of okay with that. So, was that everything? Or did I miss a tiny patch somewhere? Ooh, like right there. Done. So I can fold that up again. And we need to change that to grass. Right there. Because again, this field will be reseeded as grass once we're done ploughing it. We can turn that off, we can jump out, we can run through the hedge. Go and get our Land Rovers. So we're okay. So we're looking at 66% fertilised here. 2/3 done. So we're going to have to do one more on this field. We'll be back. And for those of you who are late to the day, this is the other field we bought, and this is 33% done. It also needed ploughing, unfortunately, because the field state was ploughed, or the field texture was ploughed. It was saying it was saying on the map. Where's the map? There. So like here, these all need limed. If I turn off limed and turn on needs ploughing, all of these fields need ploughing. If we go back a stage, this field has been harvested. Probably no fields have been ploughed right now. This field's withered, this field's growing, blah blah blah. This field's cultivated. So there's various states. This field was ploughed and showing the texture for having been ploughed. Unfortunately, it's not flagged as having been ploughed, so it still needs to be ploughed. I figured I'll wait till next year and use a worker to either. I'm sure I did use a worker, but I couldn't be bothered to plough this manually. The worker would not plough it because, as far as the worker is concerned, the last thing that happened on this field was it was ploughed, and that wasn't the case. So we've limed all the fields, or we've limed this field. This field is only fertilised once, so we're going to have to come back there twice to fertilise it. So all I'm saying, this one here, we're only going to have to come back here once to do this one. So as soon as it grows, we'll be back here with the solid spreader to do both of these fields. Although I expect to run out of solid fertilizer before they're both done. Let's turn this around on this nice grass bit. But again, this field will have 2 stages of fertilizer when we're finished planting. Nope, I need to get out and look at the airplanes. Yay! Get in here and load up the liquid fertilizer. Done. And we'll get out of there and we'll throw the seed pallet on top, because that's just so funny. Yeah, okay. Oh, that didn't work. See, now the seed pallet won't go over the hedge. Through the hedge, it will go over there and land on the seed cart. So will that fill up? No, that's not going to fill up with seed either. There. Okay. I'm not sure I could climb up on the okay. It may be that we can only load this thing once it's unfolded. Because that is not loading. That's still not loading. Okay, how do we load seed? Turn on the sower, fold the sower, ridge marker, select seed, unload. It doesn't want to load the seed, does it? It's still not loading. Oh. Okay, let's try drop it on the frame at the front. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, who knows why this won't load. There. Still not loading. I mean, I don't need the seed in there really, but that is not going to happen, is it? I am going to have to reload the seed at some point. Let's go to wheat. No, that is not loading. I'm going to have to go and get my front loader out here. Okay. Let's go find it. Oh, turn the engine on. Alrighty. I could try to unload it. That's going to unload all the fertilizer as well, which is a pain in the butt. Hopefully this will work. And it's the last seeding we're going to have to do until next year. I think. Pretty sure. Ooh. Bit warm there. And yeah, if this doesn't work, we'll unload it because it's a pain in the butt. Where are you going? Oh. Okay, now that was the other thing we did last week, was we got a super heavy weight for the back of this thing. So hopefully we won't have any more issues with us tipping up whenever we try and do this thing. Okay, oops, forwards. Forwards is good. Oh, I don't think I'm going to reach that. Well, there you go. I have no clue. But that worked. So let's put that back to grass so that we don't accidentally plant the wrong thing. And let's very, very carefully turn the engine on. Back this up. Very, very carefully get the Lindner out of the way. So now we've got our whole family of tractors down here except the Valtra. No big deal. Fold that back up, carefully avoiding the thing that spreads stuff everywhere. So I'll plonk that there, that can be good. We will need to keep the Land Rover here because I fully expect us to run out of fertilizer while planting this field as well. But I will plant this along the front edge. And we'll take this guy back to the yard via the way of the sheep. This is not intended as a field tractor. I do intend to get a mid-sized tractor with a front loader for field work like lifting bales and stuff like that. This tractor's intended purely for yard work. To the top of the hill. Actually, well, it does struggle. But that is quite a heavy weight on the back. And let's go check on the sheeps. Okay, don't need any water. That looks mostly fine. Sheeps are here. Cleanliness is down. Okay. We'll deal with that before we're done here. Oops. Let's there we go. So yeah, the CSC pack, we've just got this bucket at the moment, which is a nice size. So, but I haven't tried using any of the auto load stuff yet for that. Ooh. Hi, sheep. I think that's all the grass. I could be wrong. Actually, that's looking very much like there is more grass along the well, that looks like it's all done. So let's lift that up so we can clear the thing, drop all that in there. And we'll take the bucket back outside. So yes, I think the problem I was having with that seeder is some of the seeders have very specific points where they detect seed and will happily use the seed that you put there. And in that case, just in front of the seed thing is where it wanted the seed to be. Ooh, let's go backwards. Shut the sheep in again. Some seeders you need unfolded in order to reseed them. Others you need to open the lid. Others open the lid automatically, so it's kind of a hot mess sometimes. We can drop that weight off the back for now. There we go. So that tractor's looking okay. So we'll leave that there. Valtra's all set up and ready to go places. It's just that I completely forgot I was planning to do a couple of fertilizer missions or contracts, so we ended up not doing them yet. Ooh, so quick stroll down the lane over the wall. Oh, there's a big tree in the middle of this field too. I think what I'll do, I'll switch the Challenger back onto the lime tank. I may run back up to the yard to refill it too. Because it's going to be a while before the class has finished its job. Still got 12,000 in there. I really don't think 12. Do I think 12,000 is going to do this field? I don't know. I'm fine unloading this later, leaving the lime in pallets. Because we are going to need to come down and use up all that solid fertilizer. I mean, normally if I was using a normal seeder, I would be primarily using a spreader rather than a sprayer. But our seeder is liquid, and I don't have a dedicated fertilizer spreader. As I've said, this has wide wheels, so it's not something I can run over a field to fertilize it in late growth without killing half the crop. So we're predominantly going to be relying on liquid for fertilization. Now this, I have to open that before it works. And I really bought this as a lime spreader because I knew I was going to need a lot of lime. And it's just easier, should I say, to be able to just ship this thing out to a field and not have to worry about running out of stuff. Now, the fact of the matter is we are going to run out of stuff, but until we find some way of bringing the lime with us, the number of trips back to the yard is fairly small, or can be kept fairly small. But that cedar, we're going to have to be coming back time and time again, so we're going to have a resupply team that goes everywhere with it. Bring the liquid fertilizer, bring the seed. Okay. So we will park this back here. We may reverse it back up a bit. So that I can actually climb out. So, you're done. You're done. But yeah, there's all that bit there. Still needs to be ploughed. This bit in the middle here where the tree is. And we're going to have to do the headlands as well. But goes to show you, you don't need to have a jump. What is it? You don't need to make the field square in order for the worker to do at least most of the job that you want done. Ended up with an extra field that I wasn't intending to buy this field yet. I did have the intent to buy it, but now we own it, we're going to have to mow it from time to time, and that's fine. It's a little bit extra income from this year. In the meantime, this is going to be a silage field for the most part. These two or these three are going to be crop fields. This is a crop field. This is a crop field. Although yield on this is not going to be maxed, it's probably sufficient. That field is, I'm calling fully fertilized. We've missed a couple of bits and pieces here and there, but frankly, it's sufficiently fertilized that we're good. We're going to have to run the fertilizer over this again, but it's going to have to grow another stage. Same here, and we'll be using the Valtra for those because the crop will be too heavily grown to run a wide tired spreader on the back. These two fields we can, I'll turn off needs plowed. These two fields we will be able to fertilise at least once using the solid, just to use it all up. This and then whatever we don't do with the solid fertiliser we can finish off with the liquid. One more on here, we'll have that field done. This has to be done twice. This will be in the same state as this one once we're done, because we are, if I take off the needs lime, the act of ploughing in the grass is giving us a free layer of fertilisation anyway. Nothing going on there. Ooh. Oh, our Axion needs to be serviced. Yes, I was saying that earlier today, so we're going to have to deal with that. That's going to be the plough, I believe, and we're probably going to have to do that one too. Challenge is kind of okay. Bush Tiger 6DT. I don't know. Cultivator. That's the cultivator. That won't be going out again this year. Spreader. And for anybody else who was late to the show this morning, I transferred £1.5 million into our account. Notionally, sale of the sheep farm up at the cow farm up at Lawfolds, and we used the proceeds of that to buy the fields that we were working today, to put a bunch of gravel down here, and to build this machine shop, because that's where we're storing the spreader and the seeder, because they're too big to get into any of the buildings up on the main yard. I could probably get the seeder through that door. But these barns, the door, I don't know that it's wide enough, but more importantly, this area here isn't big enough to get it turned around. And the same over here. Did I put the sheep wool in here? Do I have any sheep wool? I thought I'd moved some wool from somewhere. Oh, I put it in with the bales, didn't I? So at the moment this is my bale storage shed. Might find something else for it, but for now bales is good enough. Gotcha. Hi puppy. Oh, you're hungry? Have food. So anyway, it is now 3:45 today. I will probably go and finish the ploughing off stream. It's also 2 o'clock. I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to make myself some lunch and then get ready for a whole host of packing up tasks this afternoon until the till meal with the wifey this evening. So I am going to say thank you for watching, and I will not be back next week. Next Oakfield stream will be in 2 weeks' time on the 29th of February, leap year, leap day, whatever you call it. But for now, have a good weekend, and I'm going to be out of here.